What's talking? That's right, me. Twice is so nice, I named it Twice. And that's what the video is about today. So this is a very short video. It's a mini rant for my followers who are just tuning in and realizing, oh my god, he's uploading again. The real video is tomorrow, somewhere in the afternoon, I think. So just watch that one if you're not that interested in this. This is just gonna be a mini rant. I'm gonna do these all the time now. It's just gonna be 5 minutes video about me ranting about something called Twice. Why is this interesting? Because so many people probably already yap about the concert of Twice. For those who don't know, Twice is a K-pop group. I think they're the biggest, so that's kind of crazy. And they had like a concert in my country, the Netherlands, and I got free tickets, so I just thought fuck it, and I went with like 3 of my friends, my homies, and we watched it, and it was kind of awesome. And I want to share my takes. And you might be wondering, why would I care? Because this is the first concert I've ever been to, like ever. So it was a pretty crazy experience for me, and more interesting, secondly, I don't know anything about Twice. Like I said, I got these tickets for free, and because it's a free concert, I just thought, let's get it. But I didn't know anything about them. I still don't know their names. Apparently there are 9 women, by the way. I did not know this. So, Twice. What was it about? So, first of all, I'm just gonna give my takes and what I felt like it and how it went. I have no idea if this is normal or this is how concerts go or my opinion sucks. Let me know in the comments. To give some context, like I said, we got free tickets and I went there. So they had, I think it's 2 days they put on a concert. It was Saturday and Sunday. Today is Tuesday. So it was 2 days ago when I went there on Sunday, and my girlfriend actually, who does know a lot about Twice and about K-pop, she went Saturday. So I also got a little bit of a vision on both days, and at the end of the video I'll also give the opinion of my girlfriend, who probably knows a little bit more about Twice than I do, let's be real. Let's get into my opinion of the concert, what my experience was, and am I now a Twice fan? Okay, so it was in Amsterdam. I live in Arnhem because I'm cool. So I first had to like travel, like I think it was an hour, and thank God there were no delays. And you gotta imagine, by the way, all of the friends that I went with also never went to a concert. So this was new for all of us. I didn't know what to expect. So we got there and it wasn't that busy as well, but this could also be because it was also the second day and it was a Sunday. Yeah, it wasn't that many people, but it was still pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure me and my friend were like the only straight guys there. There were only gay men, K-pop guys, K-pop women, or K-pop women, K-pop guys, Korean guys and Korean women, and a whole lot of like outsiders. I don't know, how do you call this? Like immigrants, non-Dutch people, I guess. So it felt really weird. I felt really out of place. I even got some looks, like people looking at me like, yeah, because like a girlfriend bought you or whatever, which was even funny because my girlfriend wasn't even there. So I felt a little bit out of place. I'll admit that it was a little weird. Like I don't know their names like at all. I know one is called Momo, I think, which is just sound no hate to the K-pop community, but it sounds like a dog. When we eventually went into the concert big room, which wasn't that big at all, I thought it was gonna be way bigger. We actually got a really good place. Like from what you can see from the footage, we were like really weirdly close to the stage, but not too close as well. So that was very fun. For the rest, what I will say about the concert itself, went pretty well. I think the audio was way too loud though. Holy moly, I had ear things in because like it was way too loud. Maybe this is just a concert thing, I don't know, but it was also just weird. Like the syncing felt off. I also don't know if that's a concert thing, maybe because it echoed throughout the room, I don't know, but it just sounded weird or something. But I don't know. Let me know how other people felt about that when they went to it. And another thing was that the people there, not to hate, but they were kind of assholes a little bit. Like I know that I got free tickets and I don't even know the group, so there are probably gonna be some salty people being like like that. I don't know, I'm sorry, I guess, I don't know. There was a very diverse group of people, so because of that there could be more assholes and also more not assholes, so maybe it was just that. But there were just some douchebags or something, but maybe that's a concert thing again. There was like one guy who just cut us off and like he kind of like I stood here, and my friend is very tall, like extremely tall, like 2 meters. He was standing right beside me, and this guy just like pushed me aside, like literally pushed me aside when like went like that and just started recording like this for like 3 minutes or whatever. I thought that was really weird. But later he came back and he did it again. And maybe this is like a guy thing, but I was obviously annoyed that a guy pushed me away. So I just stand it like this because I knew he tried to push me away, and I just stood there still like fuck you. But there was also like some Dutch people who definitely also got tickets to free because they were like 40 and drink a lot of beer, and they were all dads, but there were like no kids, so pretty sure they also didn't know what the fuck was going on. But yeah, they were sitting beside me, and like they got pushed away, and his beer like almost fell on the ground. It's just so weird. And later I also got cut off by some guy who just walked towards me, and I stood like this, like what are you gonna do, and just did like push me away. And by the way, not to be racist, but they were also both Asian, so that's a little bit weird. But it could also just mean that the Koreans just are so diehard fans. I don't know, but it was a bit annoying. But yeah, the rest was very nice. There were also a lot of kids there and moms, so they were just having a great time, and I felt 40. But yeah. So now for my opinion on Twice itself. Before I begin, because first of all, it was a concert, and I don't know again if this is common, but for some reason it was kind of hard to lock in on a song. It's not like I was sitting quietly in a room with my headset on listening to a song, so I don't really know the names of the song and what they were exactly saying, and also it's Korean, so I couldn't remember either. So I'm just gonna post on screen, and because I'll just listen to it later and remind myself of which songs I liked and which songs I didn't. And I'll just post on screen which songs I liked, and you guys can hate me or not hate me. The rest I didn't like that much or just thought was mid. So first of all, the opening of their performance kind of confused me, because the first thing I saw, you gotta just realize that I don't know anything about Twice. The first thing I saw, they appeared, right? Everybody went crazy. Oh my god. And the first thing that happened was that one girl went like, yeah, and they just walked. She sat in a chair. And then they just started dancing. And this one girl was just like, going, going like this. And before everybody hates me, I know that she has a problem in her knee or something. I don't know what it was exactly, but I didn't know that. So I just saw this and was like, is this part of the act or something? Like, what's happening? Then I did the performance, and the dancing was pretty interesting, but nothing special in my opinion. I don't know. I thought it was just kind of, it was so, maybe this is a K-pop thing, but they're so focused on dancing and performance that it kind of loses the art of dancing. I'm not gonna get like too like like that. I don't know anything about dance, but so it just, I couldn't really relax. And it was kind of in general with the performance, it didn't feel like they were having a good time or something. Like their smiles felt very forced. Also one of the girls, like during, I think it was the first or the second song, just went like this. She just like, it was so random, and it just felt like they were so tired or something. Like later during the show, they felt more like they were actually enjoying themselves. But especially in the beginning, it just felt like a weird opening to a show. Later throughout the show, it got a little bit better because they started playing their singles. I think, at least. They all started like singing separately, so I'm presuming their singles or whatever. And those were actually kind of hard. I actually like those. So that was like a turn of pace, which was nice. And it also seemed like they all enjoyed themselves a lot more. And after that, they also played Takedown, by the way. Banger. I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters like 3 times now. It's a banger. So I did like that. During the end of the show, it kind of started getting mid again. I also had to take a bathroom break, so I didn't hear one song. But yeah. And yeah, it was just okay overall. I think they also had like some breaks during the show, like 4 or 5 breaks. And I know I heard like from a friend of mine who knows a little bit more about this, that they're just changing outfits, and that makes sense, but it still felt a little off. I don't know if this is just a concert thing, maybe it is. But there was also one time where it felt like I was watching like a fashion advertisement or something. It went on for like 2 minutes. And me and my friend were both giggling like they had to pay like 10 million for this. But it wasn't an ad. It was just like the interlude or whatever, but it felt so weird. So first of all, K-pop isn't my thing. Okay, I'm sorry, but it isn't. I really hate the industry. I'm probably gonna make a video about that. But also the music, most of the time, this doesn't do it for me because I feel like it's just American pop just revived. But then they sing Korean, so no one really notices it. But it's just the same stuff. Don't hate me. But to be honest, even though I say it's mid, from my perspective, a guy who listens to Kanye, I think they did a pretty good job. Like how they sing, and that I actually still liked a lot of songs. That makes sense because they definitely have success. So yeah, but overall I would never watch them again because like the first entire hour basically I was just like going like this and not doing anything, and I'm pretty sure people also got annoyed at that because sometimes people were looking like me like, you're not enjoying yourself, are you? And yeah, I felt a little bit like a fraud. That's all I'm gonna say. I also bought one bandana, so it made it a little bit more enjoyable. I felt like a true Twice fan, even though I still don't know their names. By the way, the take of my girlfriend, what she thought was that she thought that the show was also a little bit like not mid, but disappointing. She still thought I had a lot of fun and thought it was epic, but it's a little disappointing. She didn't like the songs, and actually she didn't like the singles they played. Like they played too many singles, so that could also just be a personal preference because I really like those. Let me know in the chat what you guys thought about it, and please don't hate me too much. I hope you guys are a nice community. I don't know what I stepped into, so take it easy, please. But yeah, overall, I think it's interesting. Maybe I'll check another K-pop group, but with Twice, it's not really my juice. And thanks for watching this random ass video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, have a nice one.